favourite season of the anime. Well, I am an OG Pokemon fan right from day one. But saying that, my favourite season of the anime is probably all of the XYZ arc, the Gen 6 arc. I think that was peak Pokemon for me, anime-wise. I know it's a show that's aimed at children, and you got to take each episode with a pinch of salt, sort of thing. You got to know that it's aimed at children. The language they're going to use is going to be very children-friendly. It's going to be almost patronising if you're an adult, but does not mean that it's not enjoyable. There are things they put in the Pokemon anime, lore-wise, that do not appear in the games or anywhere else in any other Pokemon media, so it's worth watching the anime. And I just think the XYZ arcs of the anime were brilliant, especially the conclusion of it all. Ash getting to the final, and then you have the whole Lysander and Zygarde's complete form, wreaking havoc in Lumiose, the introduction of Mega Evolution into the anime as well, with Karina and is it Lucario? Of course, yeah. And the Garchomp going crazy in the first few episodes of that. So yeah, for me, it would be the XYZ arc of the anime.
Although I do love Kalos and I love Froakie, the first ever season of Pokemon will be my favorite. The theme song hits amazingly still, although it was been so many years, and it all started there for everyone.
If I had to only choose one, I think I'd choose the Indigo League Generation 1, but if it counts, I think short-wise, I really enjoyed Pokemon Generations. I think it came out just prior to Generation 7, if I remember correctly. So if that counts, I'd choose Pokemon Generations. If not, I would have to say the Indigo League.
Season in the anime. Being an old boy, I'd have to say, obviously, the OG original Indigo League. But I've seen quite a few now with my son and things. He's loved Sun and Moon, he's loved Diamond and Pearl, and he's absolutely loving the journeys at the minute and the Master Journeys. And I have to say, being Sword and Shield being great games, and the ones that pulled me back into playing Pokemon, I'm a bit of a sucker for them. It's got like Scorbunny and Sobble and all the cute ones in there, and it's just kind of pulled me back in. And I think he's the man. He is a legend. Probably the best partner for Ash, if I'm honest. So yeah, I have to say I like that. I like the fact that they go off into different regions as well as Galar. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Okay, this is probably where I'm going to get a lot of flame and a lot of flack from everybody else, but I'd have to say my favorite arc, not really season, is the Orange Island arc. The reason being is because I love the little challenges that each one of the different quote-unquote leaders had. I know they weren't really gym leaders. It was kind of like the Alola Z Crystal challenge thing before Alola even came out. And Ash got a lot of good mons in there. He got the Lapras, yeah, he let that go. He got Charizard's Respect after losing it as a Charmeleon. He got Snorlax, which, as many people have decided, is his strongest Pokemon, only because it knows 6 moves. It knows more than 6, same as Pikachu. But there was only one thing that kind of drew me out, and that was Tracy. Don't ask me why, I just didn't like him. But anyways, that would have to be it, yeah, Orange Island.
Truth be told, I have not watched the anime in a very long time. I watched a little bit of Sun and Moon, watched a little bit of Journeys, but between the Advanced series to X and Y, I did not watch any of it. But even then, I still think the Johto League Championships, the entire Johto series, in my opinion, is always, to me, going to be the best of the best. I mean, Ash's team was incredible. I loved how they introduced Blaziken in the tournaments, and it was just really, really cool to see just all those little magical things, and plus, it's a big nostalgia factor for me.
I think my favorite seasons in the anime would be a tie. The advanced era of Pokemon, Hoenn in the anime is definitely like my number one favorite, but if I had to say a close favorite, I'd probably say that the Kalos seasons were also very, very awesome. I like Best Wishes a lot more than most people because it's how I got into Pokemon. So I put them up there as well, but my favorite seasons are the advanced seasons for sure. I just loved Ash's team and the advancement through all the gyms and the Battle Frontier. It was just amazing.
Well, my favorite series is Diamond and Pearl, of course, obviously. But my favorite season is either season 10 or season 12. Season 12 is one of my favorite theme songs for the whole show. And obviously, season 10 is where I first started with Pokemon. I mean, that's not true, but it's when I first got into Pokemon. But yeah, I think either one of those seasons, because there's just so much nostalgia with them.
I'm really a fan of, like, the entire Hoenn arc. I like all the characters and stuff. I kind of stopped watching the anime when it was airing about at that point, and so I never really got to live through the Diamond Pearl saga, but I also really like that one. So I guess if I were to pick a favorite, it's probably the entire Sinnoh arc. Yeah, I like Paul as a character and like the whole story with their rivalry and all that. Paul and Ash,
Well, I have multiple answers. Sinnoh has always been nostalgic to me. I watched that as a kid. I love Dawn. I love the Pokemon team Ash had. I love the rivals. I love the region, of course, itself. So the Sinnoh seasons have always had a special place in my heart, despite not even watching every episode. A few years back, I started watching from the beginning. So I watched Kanto, Johto, and then midway Hoenn I kind of stopped. I kind of lost interest. So the first few Kanto seasons, Kanto and then the Orange Islands, and then even Johto to an extent, also hold a very special place in my heart, because I don't know, it was the start of Ash's journey. It was very interesting to see how he discovered everything. And lastly, I have seen a lot of Carlos episodes simply because, well, that was an epic storyline with Zygarde and with Lysander that they did really well. So I really like to watch that as well. But if I had to give one season, I would still go back to Sinnoh because, well, I'm a Sinnoh baby. That's where I come from. That's my favorite region, my favorite everything basically about Pokemon. So basically all these kind of questions can relate back to Sinnoh.
My favorite season, I talked about this in the last part. Sinnoh is one of my favorite regions and all that, but so I tend to just stick to the Sinnoh anime because that's also the anime that really got me watching the Pokemon anime and all that. But if there's a specific season of the Gen 4 anime, it's definitely Sinnoh League Victors. Getting to see Ash go against all his different rivals like Paul and Nando and all these different Pokemon, it's cool to see how much he has grown since he first got to the region and all that. I still despise Tobias, and I'm also one of those people that feel like if Paul had won against Ash, then he might have actually won against Tobias. But I mean, just seeing that battle in general would have been sick. But anyway, that's beyond the point. There was just so many memorable stuff from that season, getting to see Ash's, from Little Chimchar turn to Infernape and seeing just so many cool things and getting to see all his former Pokemon come back for the Elite Four was just so awesome to see. I wish they would do that again. It's just, Sinnoh League Victors was definitely one of my favorites. I actually rewatched it fairly recently too, and, I just think when I think of favorite parts of it, it's just, the whole Sinnoh League was just incredible to watch, and definitely always one of my favorite seasons of all time.
I feel like the safe answer is going with XYZ, just because that's the one that really, really took off. But I mean, the recent stuff with Journeys is actually kind of cool. They're bringing back a lot of characters that I really liked, and also, I mean, it just seems kind of sick. Ash is sitting there with a Mega Band, a Z bracelet, and all this other crap, a Dynamax thingy. It's like, what's going on? Like, what's the big deal? He's like super overpowered. I don't know. I would probably say XYZ though is the cleanest animation. But if I had to go back for pure nostalgia, Advanced Battle or Advanced Challenge or whatever it is, whoa, I'm unbeatable. That one. Pardon my singing, but that's the one that I like the best, because that one has that's around the time where they had Jirachi Wishmaker and Destiny Deoxys movies, which I loved as a kid. So I'd probably say the Advanced Challenge or Advanced Battle, whatever the name of the actual season was.
My favorite Pokemon season is Pokemon, the series Sun and Moon. Yes, not just one singular season, technically 3 seasons, but as part of the same series. I think Sun and Moon is the best Pokemon anime series by far. I think that it's not just a comedy, it's also very heartfelt, and it tackles serious and mature themes like death, and it's fantastic. And the battle between Ash and Kukui at the end, fantastic. The best battle in the anime.
My favorite Pokemon is Froakie. It's a frog and it's a ninja. What else would you want? It's my beloved Kalos starter, and I absolutely adore it. You know it. I would introduce a light or like angelic or heaven type, something like this. We got dark type, why not make this work? I think it will be quite good, and definitely Arceus should be a first example of that. It's gonna have to be Kalos. It's based on France, and my favorite Pokemon starter is from there. I mean, wouldn't you want to try a Pokemon Puffs?